boy, that White Fang video was, a lot, right? Yeah, I know. I haven't been making a lot of RWBY content in forever, and I don't really know how to follow up that giant video about a really heavy topic with more chill content other than to say that's exactly what we're doing. But I do want to say that if you have not seen the White Fang video, or if you have, please consider watching it, donating to all the organizations I have listed in the description there. You know, like Black Lives Matter, the ACLU, the NAACP, so on and so forth. And I also just want to say thank you to everyone for the surprisingly positive reception. I was honestly expecting a bigger backlash. I mean, there was some, but, you know, for the most part, people were willing to, like, listen and open their minds to the issues that people of color and Black people who've been watching the show have had for, like, a long time. So, yeah, go watch that, donate, get words, I don't know. I wrote this script before I started working on the White Fang video, so, a lot of this is ad-libbed, I'm sorry. But, honestly, even before then, I kind of needed an extended leave of absence from the RWBY fandom. Part of me wasn't sure I even wanted to keep making RWBY content. I had even considered and even planned on just not doing any reactions for Volume 8 at all. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized I can absolutely reclaim this thing that I love for myself, and that's what we're gonna do. I'm back, I'm better than ever, and it's time to spread some much-needed joy in the hellscape of 2020. Especially now, after the White Fang video, we can still enjoy the show despite all of those problems that I mentioned there. It's just we need to be more aware of them going forward, and they will be part of our conversations regularly, because this is important to continue discussing. But today, it's going to be a little bit more chill. We're going to be going through my thoughts on the Volume 7 soundtrack, ranking the songs from worst to best. Well, maybe that's putting it too harshly, but you know. And just trying to have some dumb fun. I later plan on ranking all of the RWBY albums together, and trying to do some smaller hype videos for Volume 8 in like the small window there is now from here until then. But for right now, let's just keep it to Volume 7, okay? I have to say, I'm kinda mixed on this soundtrack. I still do love it, but some of the songs left me wanting more. I'll explain which ones and why in depth, but most of it has to do with the same old tired structure that Jeff Williams relies upon that just doesn't quite have the same charm as it used to. And the songs that do stand out here are the ones that try to change things up. Also, as a heads up, we're not going to be including the Nevermore remix on here since it's not really relevant to ranking the new compositions. But I do really enjoy it, more so than most of the other remixes, that is for sure. And the score by Jeff and Alex Abraham is always a treat, but I am in no way a musical expert. So who the fuck am I to talk about it aside from, oh god, who gave Jeff and Alex access to horror movie music? Because they're too good at it for my own sanity. So now, without further ado, let us rank the vocal songs of the Volume 7 soundtrack. Don't know why I spoke like that at the end. I think it was to be dramatic, I'm not really sure. Let's Get Real, also known as the Less Good Romance song. Yeah, I'm gonna be real, this is the song I never really cared about while the soundtrack was being hyped up. And even now, it's probably the song I care the least about. As a whole, I've tended to prefer the angstier, darker songs, as well as the power ballads like Touch the Sky. That leaves romance songs on the back burner for me. That's not to say this is bad, not at all. In fact, there's quite a bit in here I like. The beat is nice, and I dig the synth instrumentation, especially that 8-bit style part of the bridge. And Casey's sassy vocals really sell the perspective of someone telling the other person, look, we're both into each other, can we just figure this out already, please? That all said, it's not enough for me to really love Let's Get Real. To me, it just lacks a lot of the charm and sweetness of Shine, Boop, and Dream Come True. Yes, that seems to be the point, and if it's up your alley, more power to you, but for me, this is a song I am very rarely going to be revisiting. Never really had a problem with you. Initially, War was the song I was the most hyped for. Admittedly because I was a sucker for the whole main quartet thing we had going on, and also War is very on brand. And I still love that aspect of the song. It's kick-ass, and all four singers' voices, Casey along with Adrian Cohen, Dawn Bennett, and Aaron Riley, blend seamlessly. My problem with War is something I mentioned at the start: over-reliance on formulaic structure. To me, War does a great job at displaying the anger and fury Team RWBY has towards the Aesops. The lyrics are harsh, merciless, and cut to the soul, but beyond that, it doesn't say much else. I think my core problem is the fact it's just the same emotion, the same style the whole way through. Verse, chorus, bridge, chorus. That's it. It's entirely what I would have expected had the song not taken any unexpected risks, which is a shame. I don't know quite what, but War seems like it could have benefited from some kind of change to the style throughout. Maybe different parts of the lyrics, or another chorus that reflects the Aesop's views of, we have to do this, why are you getting in our way? Or maybe a slower bit to explore the sadness Team RWBY has in their mentors turning on them. Maybe some self-doubt and wondering if they're the ones in the wrong. If making the choice to leave Mantle behind really is the only option, and what that says about everyone involved and even what life is like on Remnant. Just something beyond, hey you, fuck you. As such, while I do really enjoy War and have had it on repeat many times, it's not gonna go down as one of my favorites in the long run. I'd love to see the quartet brought back together for another song down the line, so let's just consider this a first attempt. Brand New Day is such a cute bop. You drag yourself out of bed, hop in your car, and play this song trying to remind yourself you can turn the day around for the better. It is absolutely relatable, and Casey's part of the song is fantastic. However, Jeff's vocals, I'm not as big a fan of. In general, I've always tended to prefer Casey's performance, but that might just be because I almost always prefer female vocal performances to male ones. Biases aside though, Jeff's scratchy voice at these high pitches feel like they clash with the song's upbeat tone more than they complement them. They get across what Crow is going through, yeah, but I usually either turn this part down until we get to the bridge, or just head to the next song immediately. What I will say I love are all the little ba-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da that they threw in there. And I absolutely adore the lyrics and the bridge. Brand New Day has been a huge mood lifter for me when I just needed a dumb, fun song, and I appreciate it for that. It probably is just a personal issue of mine, and I'll freely admit that. Regardless, as much as I love the song, my issues with it do keep it from ranking higher. I really wanted Trust Love to pull Let's Just Live. Y'all remember Let's Just Live, right? The most underrated intro song. The one very few were hyped for, but then the bridge and final chorus utterly fucking wrecked us all. That song took everyone's expectations, went, ha! Nope, and did something so unexpected it quickly soared through the ranks. And I was hoping Trust Love was gonna do the same. I wanted them to indulge in the darker emotions and doubts, to level with where our characters are, hell, where we are, all in this cursed fucking year, and then tell us it was gonna be okay. But it didn't really do that, no. Again, same repeated structure of verse, bridge, chorus. Personally, I would have gone for a piano intro to start to explore the character's uncertainty, but what can you do? Honestly, in general, this song could have used a lot more piano, I feel, to emphasize the emotions. Like, in a lot of these mixes, it feels like the drums and the guitars just kinda overpower everything else. As it stands, Trust Love is fine, but it's nothing special. I do really enjoy the second verse, at least especially the line, "The fires of hate are burning," because fuck this year. There's also something I noticed in recent intros. Let's Just Live had 3 choruses, the last of which had different lyrics to go out on. Triumph also had 3 choruses, but they were all the same. And since then, both Rising and Trust Love have had 2 choruses each, both the same. I feel they're trying to veer away from 3 choruses, when really the answer is, no, you can have 3. Just change up the lyrics for that last one, please. But that said, best believe I'm clinging to the song because, for the 3rd time now, fuck 2020. It's hard to judge Fear alongside the other songs because we've had the full version for months now. It's long worn off any hype it once had, which is a shame. It's understandable as a credit song, but it does make me wonder whether it might be worth trying to add on to credit songs going forward, just to spice things up and surprise folks when they listen to the whole soundtrack. That said, Fear is still a pretty strong contender. I love the slow piano intro and the slow build into the full-on rock verse and chorus. More pianos in our songs, please. I need them. I need pianos in my life, please. It serves its purpose well, is incredibly unnerving, and hits home by directly asking the listener what they would do in the clutches of fear. I would have liked some different instrumentation, kind of like Lucis Naturae and Miracle's guitars, that really add to the twisted mood, but as it stands, Fear is great. My major complaints are that the lyrics are a bit on the nose, and it really, really likes to repeat the word fear, especially in the bridge. Like, I usually advise people to not use thesauruses, to just pull out random words no one uses or words the writer doesn't understand, but I think here we could have used some different lines or structures so we're not saying fear like 6 times in a row. Take my hand. Can we talk about that opening? Who knew Ironwood could do opera and shoot children? Making fun of Ironwood aside, holy fuck, this song delivered on all the hype it built. And yes, most of that is due to the unexpectedly epic intro, but I think it's also refreshing because Caleb's voice distracts from the usual structure post-faux opera. Had this song been sung by Jeff, I don't think it would have had nearly the same impact. I dig the lyrics, I love the melody and instrumentation, and I adore Caleb's vocals. Who in the world gave this man such an incredible range? Because I would like to thank them personally for blessing all of our eardrums. Oh, also, the vocalizing, excellent, amazing, fucking iconic. We stan. Caleb, I mean. Ironwood can go deep throat a cactus. Thank you, Cinzy. Also known as the superior party song. Yeah, weirdly I wasn't hyped for this one, like Let's Get Real, but holy fuck, this song fucking slaps! Fuck! Everyone say thank you to Santi C and Lamar Hall for delivering some jazzy tunes alongside Casey, because I suspect Santi's presence specifically influenced a lot of this song's composition and structure. Everyone go give his stuff a listen over on his YouTube channel and on Spotify, and also this original song he did with Casey, because he deserves more love. Only just over 200 subscribers at the time of writing the script? A fucking crime! Children, fix this. But oh my god, this was such a breath of fresh air. The jazzy flair, the new vocals courtesy of Santi, and can we just appreciate that Lamar was willing to go for a slower rap than usual and gave us gold? Holy fuck. Now this I have lovingly kept on repeat for weeks. Yes, I love all of this. The changes to the vocals and instruments of each chorus really help spice things up each time and keep the song from overstaying its welcome. Now before we move on, I would like to just ask, can we get more jazzy songs? Whether it's this or a jazz rock fusion like Ignite, I think we could all use some good jazz to restore our wills to live.
There's a day when our hearts will be broken, when the shadow will cast out the light.
Casey's abilities as a vocalist have improved tenfold since she started, and I don't think enough people give her credit for that. Going back to Volume 1, songs like Mirror Mirror and I Burn, then back to the newer songs, it's like night and day. And there is no better example of that improvement, in my eyes, or ears I suppose, than the acoustic version of I May Fall. This woman makes vibrato her bitch, and her range is yes, queen. I absolutely love that the first half of the song, Casey's voice is higher pitched, and as it progresses, it gets lower and richer. My favorite part is without a doubt the third verse. When the instruments all drop out and it's just Casey's vocals with a slight echo, it gives me chills. And as it goes, her voice grows stronger, and the final,
but not like this, it won't be by your hand,
is so powerful and rich with emotion, it is legendary. This is more than I May Fall, but slow. It's honestly a far stronger entry than its original, in my opinion. The somber mood with the strings coupled with Casey's powerful vocals really make this into one of the best acoustics, if not the best acoustic, of the entire show. And one of the standouts on this soundtrack. I usually tend to overlook the acoustics, but this one really threw me for a goddamn loop. Yeah, they really nailed the slow songs this volume, didn't they? But on a real note, petition to let Casey compose more songs. That's right, Casey composed and sung this song herself, which is probably why it's nothing like Jeff's usual structure for his songs. I can't even really tell what counts as a verse or bridge here, and I adore that! Until the End is haunting, harrowing. Its poignancy is perhaps its greatest strength, and I imagine this song being the perfect accompaniment for everything in life going wrong, and trying to cling to whatever small hope you can muster. The lyrics are beautiful, and Casey's voice is gorgeous. I appreciate that the vocals of the first section are different from the ones we heard back in chapter 13, as these are so much stronger, and it also helped keep that part of the song refreshing. In general, I do wish that instead of reusing the same vocals for choruses, they would re-record each chorus just to give them all a little bit different flavors, but really, this is the perfect movie trailer song. And for that, I really hope we get to see more compositions from Casey alongside Jeff in the future, whether in RWBY or on her own. Because this girl's got some real talent and it deserves to be praised. Best sad song. Which reminds me, go support Casey's band. If you didn't know, she's in a band. Okay, good night. Go listen to their stuff now. Oh shit, I forgot to mention there's actually an Okay Good Night reference in Celebrate. Yeah. Blake finally got a happy solo song. Praise the Lord. Everything about this song is perfection. It is mercilessly positive and optimistic, which I think is something we've all desperately needed as of late. Lord knows this has been my anthem for the last few months. I absolutely love the intro. I don't know if that warp sound in the first verse is synths or not, but I love it, okay? And the piano, yes. Touch the Sky is everything I wanted it to be and more. Admittedly, I was kind of bummed out at first that it didn't have a part that was, sad, indulging in what Blake has gone through, but listening to it more, that would have wrecked the song as a whole. I especially appreciate the small structural deviations with that entire new section at the end of the first chorus, the slow bit with the strings in the second verse, and that instrumental run and cool down at the end of the song. Out of all the songs on the soundtrack, this is the one I love the most, and it's one I hope everyone can use to remind themselves that no matter what you've gone through, you are deserving of love and happiness, and life has wonderful things in store for you if you keep trying. You gotta pick yourself back up and keep moving forward. Okay, everyone, it's time for an obligatory unicorn hug. Come on. Okay, come on. I believe in you. You got this. You got whatever you're going through. It's okay. So, yeah, I don't have endless praises for this soundtrack, but that doesn't mean I didn't love it. I just have some gripes that are the result of Jeff falling back on his usual formula a tad too much. My ultimate message is really, don't be afraid to take some risks. The new vocalists and the choice to let Casey compose her own song were the real standouts for this soundtrack. And I think the future soundtracks could really benefit from building upon that. If the Volume 7 soundtrack can teach us anything, it's that relying on the same old just cause it worked back then isn't always the best choice. I mean, Let's Just Live and This Life Is Mine took unexpected risks, and they're fan favorites. And same for Smile. That whole song is just unconventionality incarnate. It's possible to still go in unexpected directions and deliver some gold. And I very much look forward to hearing what the team has in store for Volume 8. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that. Consider this my grand return to the RWBY fandom after my other return, which was a lot of problematic news, and this is more like we're gonna acknowledge the problematic stuff and still kind of have fun, but also still address those issues. Don't worry, I'll try not to go anywhere this time. I've been having a really tough time, but thanks to some friends, I'm happier and stronger than ever before. I've got some more RWBY content planned to hype up for Volume 8 if there's time. And while I will be doing solo reactions this year, you can bet I'm gonna be doing my damnness to make sure you guys love them. If you enjoyed this and you would like to see more content like this from me, then feel free to subscribe and ring that bell for notifications because YouTube hates creators. Some things never change. And if you're willing and able, then please consider supporting myself and the channel over on Patreon, especially because from now on, all patrons, including ones pledging just $1 a month, will have access to the new improved Union of War Discord server. We have been cleaning it up recently over the last couple months, and I'm really proud of the space that it's become, and I look forward to welcoming everyone who would like to join. And also, I'm just going to ask again, if you have not seen the White Fang video, please go give it a watch. It's really important that we spread the ideas in that video as much as possible, and if you can, donate to the sources in there. I'll try to throw a couple links to the organizations I listed there in this description as well. Also, specifically, I'd like to shout out Blake and Maxwell again for all the help they gave on the White Fang video, and being amazing friends in general. Maxwell specifically is going to be trying to make new content in the future, so I will have his channel linked in the description as well. Go subscribe to him, go check out his stuff, and support him going forward, because, he deserves that. I'm the Unicorn of War, and while 2020 may be a shit show and this fandom may be constantly on fire, let's fucking conquer it, bitches. Let's fucking do this. We got this.